Hey guys, welcome to Football Roundup. So this week was a little bit intense with a lot of controversial calls and a lot of dumb things being done by a lot of players that shouldn't be done. But that's how it is. Starting off in the Premier League, one of the most important matches of this week was Manchester City against Leicester. Two strong teams going up against each other, and Manchester City obviously being the team that wants to challenge for the title. And they needed a win, and surprisingly they did not win. Not only did they not win, they got demolished, man. Honestly, 5-2 is a pretty big defeat. It was actually the first time that Manchester City has lost at home, their first home game in a season since 2010, which is crazy to think of. But yeah, their first home loss and their first home loss of the season. In the first home game of the season since 2010. And I don't know what to say. I mean, on paper it looks like Guardiola has a better team, obviously, and defensively I know they've always struggled, but this time it was the fullbacks that were not having a good game. You know, Walker on the right side and Mendy on the left hand, just causing stupid penalties, two of them which Vardy just finished. I mean, he got the hat trick, which surprisingly, he and Lionel Messi are the only two players to score hat tricks against a Guardiola side. So, pretty interesting fact. Just kind of shows you what a baller Vardy is. Honestly, the way he plays, the mentality he has to always go forward and attack. And it was just not a good day for Pep. Very kind of sluggish all around, so hopefully it's just because, you know, it's the beginning of the season. Maybe not all the players are fully fit or all mentally there, but just devastating loss for them. Not a good way to start, especially if they want to challenge Liverpool. Another big game in the Premier League was Manchester United going up against Brighton. Bruno Fernandes, a key player involved in I think Brighton's goal as well. He was involved in all three goals, I believe. And yeah, it was Bruno setting up a cross that ended up with Maguire tapping it in. Bruno with a beautiful through ball to Marcus Rashford, who was so calm inside the box, taking on players, taking them on twice, and finishing and being able to score. We just want more consistency as United fans, or myself as a United fan. Just more consistency from Rashford. I know he's a great player, and he'll provide many more important goals for United, I'm sure. Now, Tottenham versus Newcastle was also supposed to be a very interesting game, and surprisingly, it was interesting for a lot of the wrong reasons. VAR, of course, and controversial calls or non-calls in that game, which definitely led Mourinho to reserve his opinions on what he thought, since he wants to keep his own money. I believe that's how he put it. Over in Italy, interesting games. Juve was able to pull up the draw with 2 goals from Ronaldo. I mean, who else is going to step up for them? And it really looks like another great season for Juventus coming up. Pirlo, I guess, still trying to work on some things on how to play, but was able to get the draw. Ronaldo coming through for both goals. A great pen that was caused by a stupid Rabiot handball. Mkhitaryan was a key player setting up the goals, being involved in both of them. Morata starting for Juve. Interesting to see how he'll help the team later during the season as a number 9. We'll see how many goals he can get, but I think mainly the fact that they have Ronaldo is it's the biggest he's the biggest difference maker in that whole league, I would say. Milan getting back-to-back wins, beating Crotone, beating them 2-0. It was interesting to see how they would play without Zlatan up front, knowing how much of a threat he is and what a great player he is and all that he brings. They were still able to win, so they're looking good. We'll see how well they do throughout the season, and hopefully they could put a little bit more pressure on Juve. Inter as well, having a great game, scoring 2 goals in 1 minute towards the end to steal the victory. They ended up beating Fiorentina, who also had Ribéry putting up a great performance with 2 key passes, being involved in 2 goals for Fiorentina. Lautaro also being a great player for Inter. Alexis getting some minutes in with Vidal. You know, that Chilean connection. We'll see how well they do throughout the season, and hopefully they can challenge Juve and the Serie A gets interesting. I know it was interesting last season, but towards the end, Juve just pulled away with it. Over in Spain, Real Madrid ended up with the victory over Betis. Benzema being a playmaker and a goal scorer, he's really just doing everything up top, setting up Fede Valverde and then getting his own goal, and then a stupid handball inside the box. Ramos finishes the pen and they get away with the 3 points. Barcelona played against Villarreal, which was an interesting game. Interesting to see Messi playing without really wanting to be there. He got his goal. Ansu Fati had a double, so that was interesting. It looks like he's going to be, one of the future greats for Barca. He's starting off well, linking up well with his teammates, and obviously being very young, he has his best years, ahead of him. So yeah, interesting. Very weird to see Messi not happy and still winning. Yeah, it's just weird. And then his friend that left, Luis Suarez, ended up with 2 goals in his debut and an assist. So, I mean, more reason for Messi to be upset with Barcelona, the way they handled their business, basically. Because I believe they only got like $6 million for Suarez, which, knowing the type of player that he is and the quality that he has, it's just insane. And I believe Diego Costa was saying, like, I can't believe they let him go. What a player, The goals that he scored were great, and the way he set up Llorente for his goal, just you could tell the quality of a player just by a couple key plays here and there. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how well Barca does in the long run, because the season is very long. It's just starting, and we'll see what they can do. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week on the next football roundup.